This video is going to walk you through how to change your doorknob or your deadbolt lock to an exterior door. For this job, you'll need a Phillips screwdriver or a drill, and you'll need a deadbolt and doorknob set. In this case, it's a combination set that we're using. First step is you got to remove 4 screws in total. The 2 on the handle and the 2 on the lock. In this case, it's a Phillips screw, so I'm using a Phillips screwdriver. Now I'm going to remove the front and the back door handles. The next step is to remove the lock. These are 2 Phillips screw heads also. On your door frame, you're going to want to remove this piece also. Your new set might work with this pre-existing piece, but it's always nice to change it because your new set will come with it. To remove your deadbolt, you'll need to remove 4 screws. There are 2 long screws, in this case Phillips screws, that we're going to move from the bolt. After removing the 2 screws, you could now move the front and back end of the lock. Now remove the 2 short wooden screws holding the lock in place. Now the lock should pop right out. And the last piece to remove is on the door frame. This is the new set I'm gonna use. It comes with the front door handles and the front deadbolt lock, and it has 2 sets, one for the back door and one for the front door. That way you could use the same key to come in through the garage and come in through the front door of the house. If you don't have a deadbolt or you don't want to replace the lock on the deadbolt, you could buy a set that just has the front door handles. For the deadbolt, we'll start with the lock, and there is a sign on top that says up. You're gonna want to point that up. You'll insert that into the door frame, and you'll use 2 wooden screws again to secure it in place, pretty much the same way you took it out. Now twisting this lock will make it longer or shorter, and depending on your door, you're gonna want it the way that fits your door. In this case, this is the long way, but if you just twist it, you'll get the short way. Just try both ways and see which one fits the door. Now secure this lock with the 2 wooden screws and go on to the next step. We'll start with the outside piece. It really goes in one way, so it's easy to put in. And then you'll need 2 long screws to secure that into place. Now if you brought the set that has the deadbolt and the front doorknob, just make sure you use the right screws here. These are the longer screws. The doorknob takes the medium-sized screws. Now place the 2 longer screws into the 2 holes and use your Phillips screwdriver again to secure them in place. Make sure you test the lock here to make sure it's working before you move on. And the last step is to put the piece that goes on your door frame. Again, this is the 2 wooden screws, the short screws, and secure that into place. And now you could test your door to make sure it locks okay. The first step for putting on the new doorknob is putting in the lock. It comes with 2 wood screws. Now the door lock has 2 different settings, a short setting and a long setting, depending on what kind of door you have. So in this case, if I use the short setting, it'll just come in too short and the handle wouldn't fit. So try both for your door and see which one fits. It's pretty obvious if you need the long setting or the short setting. The next step is to put the outside handle, press the lock in, and press in the outside handle. It will really only go in one way. Now to secure it in place, you'll have to put in the other handle, the inside handle. Line up the holes for the inside handle. There's 2 screws that you're going to be using. They're the medium length screws, and secure the handles in place. Now make sure you test your lock to see if it works properly. And the last step is on your door frame. You're going to want to secure this piece. You just need 2 wooden screws, secure it in place, and your new doorknob is complete. And that's it. Do a final check and make sure all the locks are working, and you're all set. To watch more how-to videos, go to howfinity.com or subscribe to our YouTube page. Thanks for watching.